man, it is still a trend to paint people as evil. And the most evil. Those are the ones that are gonna succeed in this game, I guess. Being overpainted. So we're definitely gonna watch the whole three-hour video. It's too easy, bro. Last time I looked into Logan Paul, and you know, you find some twisted things, some weird shit. But I'm not gonna be like just straight up hater of the dude. The only thing I'm straight up hater of is Jack's Films, because he has competition now. He wants to directly compete against Sniper Wolf. Good luck, Jack's Films. Pump those videos, Jack's Films. You're gonna do it one day. Except you first have to gain my favor. And I have to like your videos in the first place, not just watch them for the sake of, like, giving you points or whatever. So, the Ring of Fire versus Quadruple S is, the event of this new year. That's how we're gonna start. Both of these, again, a dramatic previous year. Something that happened in the middle of the summer, and I couldn't quite, you know, finish it fast enough. So we're gonna be finishing that next year, but they kind of like interconnecting, you know, crossing over. And I want to make a battle between all of the 10 people in the Ring of Fire and Sniper Wolf with a little bit of help, you know, because Selena Gomez was the previous year end game. And I've mentioned that as well. But I just, putting all together the context, there's a few videos that I'm watching as well. Still trying to just catch up on everything that I see, apparently. It pushed me over the edge. And on top of that, I still have to make Megabuck a reality. So, I'll be doing that in the background while at the same time making these videos. It's fine. I'm not rushing. It's fine. I just need to do something across the day. Potentially, my life could be a little bit anxious. I don't know. But there's so much to do in life, like, and you want to just like relax and not get in trouble, basically, for the not get speeding tickets. And this allows you to be more forgiving, allows you to be less reckless and egoistic, basically, or you just demand things from other people. This is how life feels like right now. There's a little bit too much rush to do your own thing, but then you forget everyone else around you, and then you eventually wake up one day just completely lost. Of like, what do I do now? Not only bored, but like lost. You have nothing to start with, nothing to comprehend, basically. I mean, and potentially not even enough resources to do things. I mean, I would hope people get question marks. I would hope that life is not always sunshine and rainbows. We have to actually slow down and think, and like, there's a lot of life to cover. You know, if you can cover life, like, you get older, you get a lot more years in life, but do you really have the capacity to work for all those years? That is the reason potentially why people haven't lived very long. It's just like, it's just very hard to work every single year properly. And even if you have money, it doesn't mean you have work. Doesn't mean you can keep up with everyone else. You know, you get to live a luxurious life, but it still comes to an end, because luxury keeps leveling up as well. Fascinating. Even if it's slow, the progress is still there. It's very difficult to catch up to the newest thing. Unless you have patience. Yeah. If only we'd learn how to have one of those. Unfortunately, we will need one of those to watch this video in particular. Another weirdo T-Spiller channel. Of course. Well, let's get the vibe, I guess. I don't know. I'm here to save some Onisions for myself. Is it the most evil person? The first move I make is hypocrisy move. I've met so many hypocritical people that, well, maybe you're the most evil YouTuber, but now if you became the most evil YouTuber, that would be quite a crown to bear. And potentially Onision can just take it. Okay, and, you know. So a different card is played, not just hypocrisy. I don't even think Onision is evil, by the way. It's just what happens when you allow to gravitate evil in your life. You allow evil to manifest. You don't know how to actually beat it. I'm not exactly sure because I'm not in that position. But you leave a few gaping holes and they just filled up with garbage very quickly to kind of push you away from the spotlight almost.
Greg has lost and been kicked out.
And this is a pretty big deal, right? I have this skibbity drama going on of NPCs and garbage of the internet. So every single phase that she's trying to put up, she's in control of this channel. So I will refer to the she, whoever she is. And so you put up all this emotional garbage people who just like just find a target and trash the person. They have like nothing else to do going on in life. Nothing exciting about their identity. They just come out of the toilet and fucking vomit every now and then. Even actually like doing artistic garbage is better than trying to vomit on another person. I mean, for fuck's sake. So Skibbity Toilets, not my style. Listening to NPCs for 3 hours, not really my thing, unfortunately. I'm trying to look for friends, because that's hard enough. But unfortunately, if you go big in YouTube, like, you get so much stuff, right? You'll be able to filter that out. Well, I don't think so. I don't think these people are relatable, unfortunately. I don't think these people live normal lives that I would want to live as well. Just money alone is like, eh. Are you forced to lean into one of those sides? Are you forced to become evil? NPC or Skibbity, bro? Which one do you want to be? Is that Skibbity Toilet, by the way? He's just vomiting all over the place. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, you think you're cool by vomiting on me. I will vomit all over the place. And that's pretty cool. All right. That's pretty cool. And it gave him the material, basically. It gave them material to vomit even more. Of like, oh, you are such a crazy person. Look what you're doing, you know. And then he's like, well, it's all kind of like staged, and it's like, it's fake. It's on purpose. Like, how the fuck do you not understand?
Throughout the history of
Another pile of trash on YouTube. Probably the Skibbity god at this point, I would imagine. Like, the Skibbity drama, I'm telling you guys, this shit is fucking real. Just like hightail drama is insane. This is the emotional garbage of YouTube. I mean, holy crap.
there's always existed one alpha goober of Sano.
Tell me more. Tell me more. You just got fooled into, you know, trying to insult someone. Now you can just eat up your own vomit at this point.
Of online accused predators. His name is Onision.
Oh man, he's fast. He's strong. The Jesus of YouTube, am I right? No, Jesus of Skibidi Toilets.
Almost 2024.
Jesus fucking Christ, I hate these NPCs, man.
Support. His mother had...
Yeah, here comes the entire life story. Because that's the only thing you can cram in a 3-hour video. Everything. that's all you get, just everything, you know.
By that time, they...
You can't be more of a fucking NPC when you don't even have a name for yourself. Fucking cruel world happy. What the fuck am I supposed to even call this little shit?
Had the heart of...
Oh, I know. I'll just combine cruel and happy, and we have crappy. There you go, Miss Crappy. Huh? How you doing over here?
And an intimate relationship with another...
At least some people have the, you know, the self-esteem or self-awareness to actually act as NPCs for entertainment. That one actually flies. You know, when you just go all in of like, well, I am emotional garbage or NPC. That's what I do. This is my purpose. Once you become honest, like that's so much more fucking powerful. But people like want to see the bad guys of the internet. They gravitate towards that. So Onision just like stepped aside of like realizing shit. There's way worse people on the internet trying to trash me right now. Maybe let's just give them the spotlight, because that's what people care about right now. And well, the most fun part is to figure out when is going to be my first spotlight. Because I probably have to have a minimum of 10,000 subscribers to actually have a voice on YouTube. So I can just do whatever I like. Whatever I like. I can praise, I can vomit, I can fart in someone's room, I can trash their name. It doesn't matter. It's not going to make an impact whatsoever. Maybe in the future, but I'll still be alive in the future. I'll be able to respond and twist things and fix myself. And in the future, everyone's different too. So your past version got trashed by my past version, and it's like, who fucking cares, right? So I should be a little bit more loose and do whatever I like.
Been through it all, but experiencing.
I mean, already you don't see any single evil identification about Onision. He's just being praised. So the question is, where's the twist, right? Because probably Onision is not gonna make that twist happen.
Greg met a girl.
I mean, I watched these people, and every single person he hang out with is the evil one, right? The fucking evil exes, basically. Saga. Otherwise, like, there wouldn't be that much turmoil. And literally, Repsion can fucking agree with me when he has an evil ex now himself. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? You literally relate to Onision, but you can't fucking shut the fuck up about him, you know, being evil and stuff. Like, what? You're literally in the same position of evil exes trying to get you back, or whatever is going on. He even begged for money of, like, for all the lawsuit drama that he is being dragged into. Like, fuck this guy, bro. It's insane. Huh? Like people are really just stuck in their own bubbles and can't actually just stop trashing and try something different.
Dick of playing the victim can be a strategy used to manipulate you.
Well, let's not use that, because we know that very well. It could be a lie. And all these could have played a victim, right? Chris Hansen could have played a victim, little bitch.
Master manipulators.
Oh my god, there's points.
I don't know if there's a correct way to pronounce that. Sorry to all Sikeska believers out there for
Yeah, sorry for offending people. This is NPC 101, bro. Not being able to pronounce things because you give too much fucks about it.
Them with a greater
NPCs can only behave like this and read a bunch of fucking text if they don't give a fuck about anything at all. You know, they're just reporting things of like, hey guys, maybe you guys care because I don't give a fuck about it at all, but I don't want to offend anyone because I want views. And like, it's such a fucking bullshit life to live in general. Yeah, he might go to extremes and care a little bit too much and then have to post everything on the internet as a way to like save the data. Because if it's not saved, it's like it's pointless. No one knows about it, and your extreme behavior can be actually damaging to your life in that sense. But if you can save it, it's almost like a completely different thing. See, only like a handful of people can be in Onision's position. It's a very unique position where you're gonna be basically harassed by the entire internet because they have decided to. Is it possible for you to put yourself into Onision's shoes? Very unlikely. So it's just like another entertainment piece at very least because it's so extraordinary. But I mean, I've been putting myself in I can relate to certain things here. Like, these people are very hard to relate. But Onision and his ending message was pretty fucking fine. And was able to still kick ass on every single criticism that has been thrown his way. I've just noticed, like, from the very beginning of, like, people talking about him still give him credit, even if they don't like him. You know, still chose to talk about him specifically. And Onision noticed that as well, obviously.
I love her every hour.
So the first thing you're gonna notice, this shit is exhausting. I mean, so much stuff crammed into this thing, and it's like, there's no like emotional way to hang on to this video. Like, what am I supposed to fucking look forward to? Am I supposed to learn something from here? Do you care about the audience at all? Or just fucking, you know, trying to take advantage that Onision has left or whatever, and you're not gonna get any heat whatsoever?
Killed her.
Look, Cyrus is gonna get outcompeted by Sniper soon. Kinda historic moments. 16th place. Also, Cyrus does start with S as well. Is it 5 S's now? S5? Whoa. Really? Elon Musk makes things? Yeah, it is almost now a job to subscribe to a bunch of channels and try to keep up, right? And almost like, hey, pay me $5 more if you want me to subscribe to a certain channel. It's so weird.
Musk does things that government's unable to do. He invented the world's best rockets. NASA's
Yeah, but none of this is necessary, and Elon Musk failed more than he actually achieved. Also, have you done anything with the rockets? I haven't heard about it, actually. He just bragged about it and made us feel good. Oh, this is gonna take a while, isn't it?
What Musk has created is amazing.
Or completely useless.
Great.
And it's not like Tesla is under his management. He just owns like ridiculous amount of stocks of that shit. And then SpaceX is something I really don't care about. And then you see his creepy side, and when someone's fucking showing their creepy side, yeah, they're not making any progress anymore. When the CEX combines itself, Now just Elon Musk is spreading fucking disease onto the world. Why not show the explosive part of the rockets, bro? It's fucked up, right? Like, on both sides is stupid now. It's completely useless. Politicians and their so-called makers are useless. Anyways. Oh my god, Rarna has to submit to other card games in this sort of type. Oh my god, bro. Well, still watching this, but actually, Adam Collin keeps posting stuff. Or am I wrong? I guess I'm wrong. What? He posted so much stuff all over the place. And I'm like, well, you have a new video, right? Jesus Christ. See, like, not only I'm forgiving, but it's very difficult to see things from a distance. It's just incredibly difficult. Unless you act like NPC and fucking emotional garbage. I mean, thanks for the video. You get my watch time for it. Congratulations. We made a transaction. But, you know, it's nothing spectacular. I'm not going to follow this person very likely. I'm not going to relate by any means. But, yeah, if I get closer to people, I get to actually examine and understand if they're compatible and what is the problem that they cause. By those means, I can actually truly determine if these are good people or they're just like low quality. But it is a very complicated process now at this point, because I want to take it very seriously. Communication, how you do it.
The relationship.
In fact, I mean, communication is not a common thing anymore, I would say. It's just like these are the videos. This is the garbage that gets put out because there's a lack of communication. So the only thing you can do is stitch facts like a snowman. Let me build a snowman. 3-hour video, or do you just keep on throwing shit at the person because you find something that you dislike, or you have to keep covering the story basically because you somehow feel involved in this. It's all just fluff at this point because the social construct is very simple. It is the not harm principle, in fact. You see harm and you have to take action. So up to that point, you can warm up to it. You can talk about it. That's pretty important. You can discuss like dangerous people that like either higher level that you have to be aware of or unstable. Very difficult to control. This sort of stuff you can do, like, once you simplify social construct, I mean, you understand what people are trying to do. Trying to avoid a harm, maybe. Instead of what Lucid is thinking they do on a thumbnail that you might have seen, because he's talking about a harm principle. But this thing is like super powerful because it technically just runs in society in general. That's what people respond to. Like, no one deserves to be harmed. That's the whole point, right? I mean, especially billionaires. If you see them down the street, like, yes, you shouldn't be fucking walking down the street like a normal person, but people will still incline to protect you and offer themselves as bodyguards, like whatever, right?
She wants to be able to talk because she feels like she can't be heard by anyone. She seems really desperate. That's how someone can be when they've been ignored, when somebody has ignored them and dismissed them over and over and over again.
Anyone can act in any fucking way when they have been hurt. Or not, necessarily. This is just an assumption.
Offer again.
It's just like it's such a shit-eating contest, basically, of like, again, digging into the past, digging into the facts, hoping to find something, hoping that something happens. When you do that, this is somehow a magical thing. But a human heart cannot be tricked to make magic. Unless you're creating something. Unless you living life. This is not life living. This is just like trying to get into someone else's shoes where, I mean, actually, this applies to fucking Greg. He has been ignored, and there's a smear campaign, and Shiloh doesn't even have the fucking authority on social media to actually be defended even. I don't even care about this person. They don't look attractive. I'm not gonna even listen to their music. You know, what the fuck is this? I could type in something, but I guess she fucking lost it. She doesn't have a passion for creating anything. And if you don't do that, you flop. This is exactly the moment when you start creating things. You know, when you take your revenge. If you have been ignored and you haven't been heard, if that's what people pick up as a vibe, I mean, this is the perfect time to take revenge and to create something special. For these people at least. For yourself at least, you know. But it might actually be a slap back to someone who also creates content and understands what it takes, you know. That does look like a fucking abuser, not like a victim, to be honest. Alright? That nose ring immediately tells you you're an abuser and I have to stay away from you. And there's not enough hair anymore. And, like, you have to stay away from stuff like this, and it's just, that's what Greg loves. Just like fucking, is the same level of kind of ass, like Logan Paul, but in a different type of version, the psycho version of ass. He doesn't find multiple victims, he focuses on just one. And showcases the entire world of like how fucking pathetic they are. And I don't want to dig deeper because, you know, that's the most respectable thing I can do to Shiloh is just like, I'm just gonna like give you a hint of what's going on here. Like these powerful people, they probably just gonna stay there at level 2 above everyone else, but they're not gonna go anywhere because they're kind of abusing their powers in order to teach people, but it's just like they don't know what to do next. They don't know where the next thing. They wouldn't want to wear a crown of like a person who does this and that. Like they don't want to be obvious in that sense and aware of their own actions. But I wouldn't condemn Onision for whatever he's up to. Because he's still above average, and like we should like those kind of people, and we did, you know, we did naturally, and we naturally shut him down because we want something even better. But we're still looking for it, by the way. A level 3 person, a person with a title under his belt. I mean, good luck finding that shit.
That the victim is unstable.
See, a victim can be an abuser, is abuser, when it allows to become abuser, to become abused, when it allows to become a victim, when it doesn't resist properly, you know, Onision probably just kind of like sneaks in the self-abuse of like suggest certain things of like do this, do that, and all of a sudden you just like submit to that idea too much. Like that sort of stuff. Like cut your hair off, like buzz your hair, and it's like, oh, you're gonna do it? Like what the okay, I guess we take those L's, you know, and put it on camera. What else am I gonna be entertained by, right? Like there's some you need to break down someone's psychology first to be able to understand the shit. But I mean, we did something. Those facts threw a snowball at me, and I said something useful.
And what happened is people really hated it. They were totally siding with her. And I was like, wait, did I make a mistake? Because everybody was all just totally siding with her. I was like, what?
Yeah, it creates a little bit of a time capsule to reflect of like, there could be a mistake. So he's like super aware, super like understanding of like what the situation is. But he can't make any like positivity out of it. So people don't quite like it. It's not going anywhere, you know, like they don't want the same victim to be abused, and potentially at some point they're gonna get tired of it, and they want the switch. So eventually maybe level 2 people can be manipulated by the audience, right? They have some kind of audience, they have some kind of, you can call it cult, even though eventually this word is meaningless, because these are just like obsessive fans, and everyone has them for a certain amount of time. They will snap out of it, technically. I'm not obsessive fan over anyone. You just become like, if you're an obsessive fan, there's a simple cure. Just no more influencers. No more groups of... Well, technically, you don't actually belong in a group as an audience member. And you shouldn't just dig into someone's like Discord and get closer to them. Like, there's no need to do that. Someone else is gonna do it, first of all. And you can like send a picture if you want. You can interact to their content, but not to them. And this way you can like stay away from the cult itself and obsessions. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Turn out different, especially if they're younger and more naive. But abusers often don't change their behavior, and the only way out is to leave. The problem is, leaving is often the most dangerous time for a victim of DV. On September 25th...
I mean... what? DV? I don't know what that fucking means. But like, yeah, you find an abuser and you leave. That's the whole point. And that's the predatory behavior of level 2 people. They sit on top of someone else, and they can victimize that sort of anyone they get their latch onto. You know, they can victimize as their relationship, and sometimes they get addicted to that shit. You know, at some point you gotta be fucking the big dude and let go of that person. And again, that's a very, very parallel story as with the fucking Logan Pooler, the meat pool. I mean, he's not a likable person by any means, because of the levels of controversy catching up to him. But it's like, well, I guess that's cool in some kind of fucking fashion.
With an identity.
So I'm not claiming that Onision is like super cool dude, that I care about him a lot. It's just the level of shit that he's receiving is phenomenal, you know, from other people. Because like even I open my mouth and people start fucking vomiting shit on me of like, oh, you can be a target too for me personally. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean, bro? You think you're just gonna sit there and I'm gonna take it? Like, it's not gonna happen. That's not how life works. I'm not that fucking stupid. But yeah, people think they're just gonna shit in the comments and how can you support this and that kind of person? It's like, you already labeled that person? Well, I label them differently then. I can make my own decisions. You know, I don't have to listen to you. It's just a very simple equation. Yeah, you can't spin a big lie. You can only do something very small. If you're doing a big lie, then you're doing something... You're doing a big scam, right? But a lie can only be for one person. A lie can be like a alternate dimension or reality for one. For not one person, you can put them in a really fucking weird place. Create a very weird environment. That's the entertaining manipulation thing you can do on one person. And that's the difference between narcissism and psychopathy, bro. They're scammers and they're goddamn liars to a specific person that they're close to. They have to be also close to that person, almost like physically close. So, now you know. Now you know how to catch a predator. That one's... The sentence to it's so easy to put into your brain. You shouldn't think in memes too often. Because those are also kind of dangerous.
Then things take a dark.
Yeah, so you can detect the weird type of people. The pathetic. When they get into hot waters, when their influence is being questioned at this point, or they're misusing their influence in some kind of way. And it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. But it's no longer obvious when there's a fucking wave of haters waiting to fucking rip Onision apart just to get a little bit of views for their videos. Then it's no longer obvious of how good or bad Onision actually is. It's like, whatever, right? He becomes attractive for the so-called interview.
Like opening Christmas presents, riding a carousel, shopping, and going to an arcade. I'm not a doctor, so I really...
I love this shit. I'm not a doctor. I might misspell some fucking words. I'm also an NPC. Put it on your fucking foreheads every time you say these fucking phrases. Holy shit, man.
2015.
I cannot say anything until I have authority, you know, because I want to have that. And it's like, fuck off, man. These are, like, powerful phrases, too, that mean absolutely nothing, because, well, I get derailed very easily. I'm not a doctor, but why the fuck do I have to focus on that fucking part every single time? Why is that the emphasis on the sentence? You know, please don't take it as an authority thing.
Him do so only because they were rejected by him.
Every single person who has a legitimate problem with me right now, who was formerly a friend or a lover, was dumped by me.
I mean, yeah, it's just this level of psycho where you have control and you make sure that you have control. And now you can fucking brag about it. I mean, it's... You would never know what is more true, that you are more controlling or that you happen, well, to actually succeed in dumping a person. But, I mean, if you get, like, this fucking dirty with a person, it's just... It's a little bit weird. I don't know.
Transitioning.
Holy shit. Fucking, this felt like a whole fucking selling point. An advertisement of this fucking transition. So much protection needed, huh?
So I will continue.
Legal name. What the... Shut the fuck up.
We're also married.
Over the next few years, Greg would reveal even more friction between himself and Kai's family, doing what he seemed to do with all of his previous relationships, attempting to isolate Kai from his family. In April of 2015.
Yep. Makes sense. But, you know, I would do the same thing, because I am isolated too. I'm a little bit psycho too. But it's just like, it's my situation. that would do things naturally.
To date, Billy.
Yeah. So we going from the easiest person type of personality to break, which is water person, can be broken by wind. But now Mr. Onision is trying to break a fire person, right? Which is not going to be as easy. A person that fucking denies her identity. I don't fucking care at this point, okay? Misgender this bot as much as you want. I'm not gonna lie. I hate that sort of shit. But like, it's a self-destructive personality that still looks clean on the surface. That's how it looks like, right? So, oh, we have a relationship. Let's open it up for other people so you miss me more. You know, you like missing me so much. Let's fucking do that. Like, it's starting to break down this thing.
So Kai and Gret.
Yeah. There's the real person that's face to face against me is fucking little bitch Chris Hansen. He's probably aiming for a title of like, look how many people I've caught, but not from YouTube sphere, so I don't really care. He's just like, he's trying to single out Onision and still fucking fumbled down and fell off a cliff. So I don't know if, honestly, let's not call him a competitor. That would give him a headache, to say the least.
I could not get over her. I was angry for 2 months and then I missed her. I don't know. I kind of thought, if it's been this long and I'm still missing her, there has to be something, this has to mean something. One night.
This has to mean something, man. But I will never figure out what it is. But it's just like my personality to miss people and was like, worry about that shit.
There a lot. It was pretty insanely.
I'm just realizing like how important it is for me to do programming right now, to do something for myself. Because being invested into this story is a little bit of a fucking fart. Alright? He wanted to shave her head. Yeah, it's it's now obsession, and it's like to the point of boredom and not actually creating anything beautiful. He's showing off his skills by all means, but I mean, it is unique in some kind of way. So whatever. And the ending is pretty sweet too. But we need to double check what that actually is. Bankruptcy,
Where to go? She was waiting. She had days until her flight. Like, where are you going?
The story of Sarah is a really important story of why boundaries, especially between content creators and their younger fans, need to be established. Because it can be so easy for content creators to manipulate their younger fans.
Who's gonna do it? Who are you gonna elect to decide what kind of boundaries to make? Who are you gonna trust? Shit. This is very serious, man. I want this meme, though. I want this meme, big boy.
No longer work with him in any way going forward. He's not going to be involved in any further projects. I do want you to know that I will continue our very important investigation into YouTube streamer Onision and the impact of his actions on his victims. I am...
Okay. It really feels in the end of like numbers get to you type of feeling, right? Like he's making breakdown videos. He knows what cards to play, and the numbers is the numbers game is being played. It's like if I'm gonna get a lot of views, I succeeded in whatever fucking endeavor. And technically it is like, views equal profit, and there's not much to it besides that. What else are you gonna relate to? A success for yourself. And if all falls apart, like you have to retire your career. Just a very, very simple thing that happened here. So that's the end, technically. I just don't know what bankruptcy.
Or the videos people make, or the things people say in the national television. Like, it's so crazy. I was just a guy, I was just a random guy serving in the US military who was making stupid, funny videos, and then it blew up into me getting like 2 billion views before.
I mean, no one's just a guy in the military trying to like escape military. That is the most honorable thing you can do. Unless you're being attacked, then sure. Your military presence is pretty fucking useful for other people. That's what they want to see, you know. But for now, it is what it is. And you know, things are gonna escalate and fucking military is gonna find a new generation of people. Fucking, it's annoying. And the story is gonna repeat itself in a lot of people's lives. Where they need a new escape route. It's fascinating. But, you know, like, he got views, he got addicted. He found himself a different way in life. And that's a pretty cool story. And I can completely ignore whatever the fuck he just did.
Neglecting my...
Because, I mean... Well, I guess drama was his content, in a way. In the end, I mean, I was lured in eventually, and I got fairly comfortable defending Onision. So, whatever, dude.
And that's the story of Onision. Thank you so much for making it to the end. I really appreciate it. Comment, I was going to say RIP Onision, but honestly, he doesn't deserve to rest in peace. So, if you made it to the end.
I guess you neither. Well, there's a very simple question. Should you be hurt about a small group of people doing shady things to each other, right? And then all of a sudden that defines Onision? I mean, no. That's the whole point. You fucking play the shit out of people, and he sucks everyone into this black hole, but whatever happens in black hole, I mean, as long as people don't get hurt tremendously, it doesn't fucking matter, in a way. Literally doesn't matter. As long as the outside world gets something of value in the end. Now, we're not talking about, like, greater value or whatever. Like, that's the harm principle. No one has to be hurt, even in a black hole, in a tight space that Onision is creating for people. And a lot of people just like to involve themselves into drama anyways. They have nothing better to do, so I mean, there's layers to it. But it is quite an onion in this case. Alright, we're done with that shit. Where else do we go? But yeah, like, if I'm distancing myself from the story and I'm, like, getting value, of course I will defend fucking Onision. Like, what do you expect me to do, bro? If he's creating a black hole and sucking in people who have nothing else to say but facts about him, or be bitter about him, specifically. Like, it's just... And he's gonna toy with that shit. You're gonna be bitter about him, and you're, like, gonna get a copy strike. He's gonna fucking toy with your emotions. It's like, well, come closer, little bitch. It's just like, you're being played on many more levels than just, like, victims being listed here. This is a play that you suckered into. Because these things don't necessarily matter as much as you think. That's the NPC downfall, basically. Well, you suckered into doing that for the views. It's literally the same fucking game you're playing. So, whoopsie noodles, unfortunately. At very least, what I'm doing is just loading up my guns, if they will be needed at some point. This awareness that I have. Because people will get in trouble more and more in this case. So, see, I fucking made through a 4-hour video. Respectable, isn't it? It's interesting, like, something like this can be illegal, like posting a skull emoji. Why? Because you just want to see who's gonna be willing to do illegal things. Who's gonna be willing to go across the line. But, like, it's cringe emoji. Like, why do you fucking need that? It's associated with death. Just like overdosing on drugs is kind of associated with death sometimes. I'm not sure why. Like, shit like that can be illegal. What is close to death, you just kind of cut a portion of that and call it illegal and see who's willing to fucking do it. Especially because it's illegal and so cool to cross the line to see what happens. But like, okay, you know, you consented. That's the whole point of authorities, establishments. You learn this stuff like naturally. You don't have to like look for a book or anything. It's just all fucking natural stuff. It's unbelievable sometimes. You just have to pay attention. You have to care. That's it. And there's so much material now on the internet. You will learn all sorts of things as long as you just let it naturally establish itself or stack itself up into some kind of definition of who's bad, who's good, who's making content, who's making drama. Like, clearly a person who's dabbling in drama is not going to be a strong influencer. But it goes both ways, unfortunately. Whoever's reporting drama exclusively is not going to be a strong person. Whoever's just responding to drama and nothing else is not going to be a strong person. And you see, like, these influencers are still strong. There's influencers in the middle of the skibidi drama, basically. Well, skibidi takes away all the views. Everything is like the downfall of this person did that, is the end of that, blah blah blah. It's just like fucking bullshit, man. But that's the metagame right now. I'm not exactly sure why, because we haven't finished the drama yet. There's so much to uncover. I just made a scenario where doxing is a good thing, where when you say, okay, this and that YouTuber is gonna live in this location, please guys, support him and whatnot. And that's like a good thing. Wow. What a twist. Running from skibidi toilets, bro. I mean, I totally believe this. This can happen. Please, Sniper Wolf, give me a little bit of a dox so we can survive another day. Imagine she doxing her fans and what the fuck, am I right? It's just like, what? What the fuck, man? Hey, come to this location. There's your fans here. You can like collect together and hang out and stuff. Like doxing each other. Like, what the fuck, man? I trust this person and whatnot. Like, that's awesome, right? Alright, so Crappy went this far. 91. I feel like we're not gonna see her much more. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's just like, there's so many channels like that. I'm tired, bro. Just post a picture of someone that's like, hey guys, you know him? We're gonna talk about Onision. Let's gather up, my friends. Fucking weird. Well, you're gonna get technically, that's... Wait. That's what happens. Jack's Films made so many videos. He deserved to be doxxed for being a, you know, this trusted fan place. Here you go. Easy. Maybe his safety was compromised, but he was, you know, trusted by Sniper Wolf. He is blessed. I wish I could have that, one of these. Except, I already glitched the shit out of him, and he is training his dodging skills or whatever. Maybe it's, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. So fun, bro. I'm glad that we're actually actively talking about this thing. Sniper Wolf gets to receive some points. Let me fucking watch one of her videos then. Yeah, something incredible has to happen for me to break 1,000 views. God damn it. Why did this rant do it, man? How did that happen? But technically, it does matter the first few words, like new, this, rant. Like highlighting the words. Or boldening the words. So it feels like screaming, you know, or excitement. Well, still struggling to break 1,000. That fucking sucks, man.
Just draw.
Again, it's so fucking annoying that she's misrepresented. Like, oh, it's so easy to just react to TikToks and say exactly what... But then you gaslight people into believing that that's all she's doing, and it's like, what the fuck?
Conversation.
Then at some point, it's an insult to the audience watching, like, if there's nothing unique about it, if we're just watching TikToks? Are you sure? We can just do that, you know? It's pretty convenient to just watch TikToks. So why would we choose Sniper Wolf over that? It's just like, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Give him the.
Again, it's not convenient to watch Sniper Wolf's videos. Especially if you rely on recent uploads or whatever. If you rely on subscribing or going down the rabbit hole. It's not that simple, right? And also, it's probably not exactly the videos you want to watch, but there is convenience to it of some kind. That, pretty explainable, I just don't have time for it.
Instead of.
Also, where is the space where you can just watch TikToks and find people in the comments doing the same thing? To answer your question, bro. Obviously, you want something less popular than this, but who knows? It's a good place to start.
And went back.
Because a lot of people are just extremely toxic when they fucking just watch TikToks, and it's like, because they get bored very often. They want to project that sort of boredom onto other people now. It's disgusting, to be honest.
Why?
No, Oompa is serving me some Shane. Okay, he didn't pop up. Is he in the bottom? Okay, here we go. That's from the Ring of Fire, boys. Technically, it's for the next episode of whatever I'm doing here. It's just baby nonsense. I don't really worry about that. Let's get some of that juice. Okay, I guess Shane doesn't get that much credit after all. Unless we would talk about adoption or something, which I actually don't want to bother with at the moment. Not triggered. Although I do like to get one of the babies here. But these are babes, bro. These are fucking rich things. But I mean, like, you could get a copy of a code and see what you can do with it. That's what a baby is as well. It's a copy of someone's code, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I need to test this. It's the end of the video. Somehow the microphone is still working, bro. I used to reset this over and over again. And maybe I won't have to. That would be a fucking miracle. Okay, let's see how that works out for me. Because, holy shit. This was like the most annoying bug of voice mod ever. It just turns off the voice eventually. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, the best way to win is to set up this condition by surrounding yourself with crazy people. And then you also perceive this crazy if you get too close. If you become a hater, it doesn't matter what you do. there's some kind of like a pin holding everything together. Or like you caring about Onision is actually just him winning, him getting views. Or him getting some kind of like resource to work with in some way, and it doesn't benefit you at all, basically associating with the dude in any way. Whether you hate him or like him, it's just confusing. Anyways, I'm done here.